Hi, I'm Larry London. Welcome to Border Crossings. Today, I welcome 3 singers from the Danish band New Politics into our studio. Earlier this year, New Politics were on tour with Fall Out Boy, and they have started their own headline tour right here in Washington, D.C. They stopped by to join us in the VOA studios on Border Crossings, so please tune in as we listen to new music from their upcoming album Vikings and one of their biggest hits, New Politics, today here on Border Crossings. Welcome to Washington and to our studios, New Politics. Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to have you. It's an honor to have you in our studios. First of all, how has the tour been going? Because I know you guys have been on the road for a little bit here in the U.S., so how's it been going for you?
We've been touring a lot. We actually haven't had a break for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Since that the previous album came out and did well on the radio. So, I don't know, we are living a dream. That's something we always wanted, and it's absolutely amazing.
You've been on the road with Fall Out Boy, with Paramore, with Pink. The list goes on and on and on. It seems like you haven't really had a break. You know, there hasn't been any downtime for you guys.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a good problem.
Yeah. I think it's right. Soren was right. Almost a solid 2 years we've been out, just
really
bouncing,
exciting.
Yeah, bouncing
learning,
in our
growing,
tours.
inspired to do more, bigger things.
Yeah.
And you've done a lot of festivals too. You've done, you know. So, do you prefer the smaller crowds or the big 50,000 people crowd? What do you have a preference?
I think it's more like the vibe and like the energy of the crowd, more than what size it is. But a big crowd that has a lot of energy is pretty wild.
Awesome. Yeah.
I remember us playing recently the Firefly Festival, and that was like, I think there were 10,000 people, and it was just
insane.
Mad, like as far as the eye could see. It was just hands in the air, just like crowd surfing out to I don't know where.
And it will be very different for you when you do finally go home back to Denmark to visit family and friends, because you'll be looked at differently and received differently. You left pursuing your dream. You've been on the charts. You've sold millions of records. You go back home, it's not the same. You aren't the, you guys have made it. You're stars.
Yeah.
So you go back home and you'd be like, not only were you stars there, but you now became stars internationally.
We actually never really did.
We never really broke in Denmark, actually, funny enough.
Really?
Like, yeah, because it went so fast, the labels here heard it, and then they were just like, they kind of offered us through YouTube and other things, and so it was like, we kind of skipped it, but I mean, we're definitely known, and we get played on the radio there and stuff like that, but I think, like, America is definitely our biggest market, with Canada, France, England, Germany. Like, it's good.
I'm going to ask you to do a song right now.
Absolutely.
We got everybody excited and ready to hear. And
hopefully we can give now.
Yeah. New Politics.
Should I believe in the world, mama? Should I give up and hide, or should I stay and fight? Should I believe in the rules, mama? Tell me if I should run or learn to shoot a gun. I don't know what to believe, mama, 'cause I'm down on my knees. I'm begging, please help me back on my feet, mama, 'cause I need something to believe, believe in.
Tonight you're perfect. I wanna fall in love with the stars in your eyes. Tonight you're perfect. I wanna fall in love, but only for the night. Only for the night. I feel perfect too.
I've seen, mama. There's a fire inside, there's a storm on the rise. It's in the air that we breathe, mama. Can I speak out my mind in these changing times? Give me a reason to be, mama, 'cause I'm down on my knees. I'm begging, please help me back on my feet, mama. 'Cause I need something to believe in.
Tonight you're perfect. I wanna fall in love with the stars in your eyes. Tonight you're perfect. I wanna fall in love, but only for the night. Only for the night. I feel perfect too.
Lewis. Something like that.
Yeah, sounding great. New Politics. Woo, this is Border Crossings. We got the guys in our studio, Lewis, David, and Soren, who are on tour right now for the second album you're touring for, right? That's what you're promoting? We're not.
Yeah, I guess so. What would it be?
A new single.
The new single, Tonight We're Perfect.
And a follow-up, I guess a follow-up of also. We did a tour for this album already earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
And
last year.
Was it last year? Wasn't it
No,
January this year?
Was it really?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
Time flies.
Yeah, sorry.
When you're on the road.
I don't know. I mean, it could be last year. I don't remember.
Now, you guys actually, you struck it big. I guess, as you said, you'd really never really made it in Denmark, but you participated in a Danish public radio contest against 1,000 other bands, and you made it down to the last four.
Yeah, we were very lucky.
That was really a big thing that kind of, that gave it a push. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of it also is also that we had been writing songs for so long, and even before we met each other, we had been writing songs. And a lot of people, this is maybe like one of the biggest lessons I've ever learned in life, that when you do certain things and you keep believing in it, because if you don't do it, you always come back to it. So, and I think it doesn't matter what it is. It could be music, or it could be anything. Mm-hmm. You have this thing that you love doing, and you always come back to it. And for music, when we got some kind of acknowledgement for what we were doing, that was, that makes you you look at it and you're like, oh, all these struggles,
validation, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, so I think for that competition was definitely the start of the band.
Now, how did you come up with the name New Politics?
That is.
I think it was.
Everybody looks at each other.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was something that mainly came from our old A&R at RCA, Sony Records.
Okay. They picked the name.
We were called Politics, and there was some legal issues on registering and stuff. So we had the opportunity. We of course, before it went official, we kind of made sure that we fixed that, and he just kind of joked about Spinal Tap. And how they were called the Originals, and there was some other band called that, or some other thing. So they called it the New Originals. So we kind of got inspired. As you can see, we take ourselves very seriously.
Well, you guys have fun, and I think that's a large part of keeping the band happy and
totally.
relaxed, good attitude, and all that stuff. And you're putting music together, because it's not easy to do when you're on the road. 3 guys, you all have different interests and different lives, beyond music, and to make it work, year after year after year, day after day. It's not easy.
Totally.
Yeah.
Now, you write together, or does one person do the writing, or what's the process?
We
write
together. Yeah.
It's kind of collective. You say, okay, I got an idea. Hey, let's expand on it.
I think especially this new album we did a lot of it. Over time it was like little ideas here and there, but I think a lot of it came on actually in the back of the bus. We brought out a little studio, and then we would be sitting and doing horrible demos at 3 o'clock at night, and then we would send, every time we had 2 or 3, we would send them to the management and say, what do you think of these? What do you think of these? And then it ended up being pretty efficient, and we ended up doing a lot, especially in a certain period of the tour, and then a few weeks at home and stuff. So we ended up writing a ton of ideas, and luckily the album was, I think we were all so inspired because all we had been doing was touring, and you know, we suddenly we are a band that you know, we have fans, and that whole thing is so inspiring. Where we see the venues, the capacity is growing, and all these things, and we are out with these awesome bands, and so we've just been so inspired by the whole ride that we actually wrote it pretty fast. That was a really cool feeling.
A lot of people may not know, but your music was used in Frozen, I guess, in the commercials for the film Frozen.
The commercial, yeah.
Harlem.
That was wild.
That's kind of cool.
Pretty crazy.
There
so
you are
cool.
in a movie theater with a bunch of 6-year-old, 7-year-old girls. And then, hey, there we are.
Yeah.
When it gets loud.
We actually recorded the Disney version of the song.
Did you really?
Yeah, we did.
It was great.
It was
awesome.
basically, I don't know how many times we said shake it. It was like, when it gets loud,
Shake it, shake it,
shake it, shake it.
Yeah,
It was like there was so many shake it in it.
New Politics on the Border Crossings here on the Voice of America here in D.C. They're going many, many different places throughout the U.S. If people are coming to the U.S. from outside of the country, they want to see your show, I assume the tour listing is on your website. Where can people go? What's the website address so people can check you out?
That would be newpoliticsrock.com.
newpoliticsrock.com.
Yes.
And I imagine you're also doing Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Twitter's New
Very
Politics,
active
at New
on that.
Politics, right?
Yeah, Snapchat, everything, Vine. You
And-
name it.
And if you could describe your music, how would you describe it as a band? I know that a lot of bands say, I don't want to be put in a box, and I don't want to, but if you could kind of, tell people around the world who may or may not know New
I
Politics.
guess if there would be like a category for it, it would be like alternative rock. So it's I mean, that's what it is. It's still pop, but it's definitely
We
alternative
definitely
rock.
have a punk influence too.
Yeah, and then we have and I think that's
Yeah.
what alternative rock is. It's like whatever, like old elements that are kind of mixed in with new, and whatever, the details of it that you would have to listen for yourself, as a listener.
New Politics are in the studio. I mentioned that you've signed up with Pete Wentz's record label from Fall Out Boy. That come about when you were on tour with Fall Out Boy? You liked what you did, or how did that
Well,
relationship?
we've met him. We actually met him when we first moved over here, and he was always. We didn't know much of his band, Søren and I, or about Fall Out Boy and stuff. We've of course we've heard of them and stuff, but we weren't. It wasn't like we knew anything about their music. Lewis, you had a period where you kind of like.
Yeah, I
listened to-
was big. Not a big fan, but
like of that era of music.
Yeah,
and all
that whole.
It never
TRL
really.
era.
It didn't really cross over. I don't think that much to Denmark. You had to really be in the scene, I think, to kind of to know it. But we met him, and he was just super super nice back then. On our he was just like, I really liked your album and this, and just really friendly. So every time we've met him or bumped into him, if it was like by chance on an airplane or something, he's just conversation, and he was just really always sweet with us. And eventually we went on tour with them when they had their comeback, and we just released Harlem. It was doing well on radio, and it was like a perfect tour to go on. And we just became friends there and kind of closer. And when the time came, they offered like, yo, why don't we, I'd love to have you guys. And I've always respected what you did and this and blah, and the other way around, so we thought it was a good
move.
Yeah,
Good
it
move.
was, it felt
and
right.
They've been so good to us. All of those guys have taken us on so many tours now, and I think that's where we really saw things, changing for us. Is when they started taking us out, and they have. I don't know how, a lot of bands have different kind of fans that
Sure.
And you can see that this is like a very nourished fan base that they have taken so good care of them, and yeah, it's just we when you go out with a band, you don't know what to expect from the fans, because sometimes they're there to see the headliner and not the opening band. So we were super surprised when we did the first tour with them. They just have this really positive fan base. Some of the other bands we've toured with, it's been the same. That's such a it was just such a perfect match, and we went crazy, and it seemed like everybody was in a good mood when they went on and stuff. So we just did. I think we did like maybe 3. We did 2 pretty big tours with them, and then we did or 2 very big tours, and then we did some small 14 days here and there in Europe and stuff. So. And that's awesome people. It was just a perfect match. And when they opened DCD2, we were super excited to do that. Yeah,
the first artist that they signed.
Yeah,
and we were grateful. We're excited. It's a new journey now. We're signed with them and then Warner Music, so through Warner, and it's really exciting. They love the music, the new music, and just. Yeah, it's great.
Now, you guys have come so far in the 4 years since you did the South by Southwest Music Conference. Yeah. And you guys were newbies kind of in the U.S.
Totally.
And then looked huge, huge, superstars. And now they're in our studios and here on the
blush.
No, New Politics. We're thrilled to have you guys here. And if you could do another song, that would
absolutely.
Go, 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 ayo. Go, 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 ayo. Go, 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 ayo. Go, 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 hey! I spend my money on the regular miracles, just like you, like me, like everybody else. About my son, looking sad and beautiful, just like you, like me, like everybody else. When it gets loud, I turn it up. Oh, shake it like a back up in Harlem. When it's too hot, I light it up. Oh, light it up, yeah, smoking if you got 'em. Go, 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 ew. Go, 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 hey. Here come the jets, hide my money in your tube socks. Run like me, like hell, like everybody else. Hear metal on a Japanese boombox kicks. Like you, like me, like everybody else. Like everybody else. Border crossing. When it gets loud, I turn it up. Oh, shake it like a back up in Harlem. When it's too hot, I light it up. Oh, light it up, yeah, smoking if you got 'em. When it gets off, I shake it up. Shake it like a back up in Harlem. You're so sweet, but I like it rough. Oh, light it up, yeah, smoking if you got 'em. Go, 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 ew. Go, 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 hey. Go, 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 ew. Go, 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 hey. Go, 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 ew. Go, 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 hey. Go, 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 ew. Go, 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 hey.
Making a movie on the couch with a flip phone, just like you, like I, like fingers in your mouth up on the sun, playing drums with a bleach bone, just like you, like me, like everybody else.
Woo! When it gets loud, I turn it up. Oh, shake it like a back up in Harlem. When it's too hot, I light it up. Oh, light it up, yeah, smoking if you got 'em. When it gets off, I shake it up. Oh, like it lifted that girl up in Harlem. And you're so sweet, but I like it rough. Oh, light it up, yeah, smoking if you got 'em. Go, 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 ew. Go, 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 ew.
Woo! New Politics. All right, that's a top 4 hit there on the alternative charts. Huge mega hit. Harlem for the band New Politics, who are on the road. And you say, you're talking about the new album, the 3rd album. So can we talk about it? Are we allowed? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So do you have a name for it yet? Or is it in the?
The last thing that we all agreed on was, because we're such a serious band, we decided that we had to get something really sophisticated and intelligent that only the smart people would understand. And we decided that we would call the album Vikings.
Vikings.
Yep.
Wow. What do you know? There's a connection.
I'm from the land of the lands of the north.
Are you going to have the horns and the...
Exactly.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
A little Led Zeppelin, a little comedy, a little truth, a little...
I've been dubbed an honorary
You're an honorary
An
Viking.
honorary Viking.
You have your big sword. And
Yes.
He's-
He's Conan.
He's gonna be the one rowing in the boat. That's what the picture should be. Me in front, like, and you steering the wheel, like, and then
I'm
you rowing.
rowing.
Like this.
Now, does this album is it different in any way from the previous two, or is it more of the same?
I think
or?
so. I think the first album was us. It's just that energy from us. Getting to know each other in Denmark and just writing. We had a very. How would you describe that energy we had there? It was just.
I think it was also a different time.
Yeah, it was
we were
definitely a different
place,
time.
different
Yeah.
time. And
So-
it was also during that whole period where, like, like the whole thing of like the economy collapsed and the terror and this and all that. So I think that had a little bit to do with it as well. There was like a little bit of like a frustration under the surface, but also we were, I think, just sort of young and angry and wanted to do something with this, and kind of we were just energetic and like.
And then second one is definitely about the transition from being in Denmark and suddenly being in a new place, because we actually didn't know what to write about, and we thought we did. So when we started, we were like, yeah, it's gonna take a week, and then we have an album, and then we literally spent over a year because we didn't know what to write about, and that's,
We just had to
if
refine
you
So you
don't-
picked a
if-
bad girl.
Yeah.
Well, we had to refine ourselves,
Yeah,
relocate
exactly.
ourselves, and come to
Experiences.
terms with this.
Exactly.
Like build an understanding of it and an agreement on it, so that we could write about something.
We wrote over 100 songs, and suddenly, like out of nowhere, maybe I don't know how it happened, but suddenly we knew what story we were going to tell, and it was funny when you looked at all the songs afterwards, that because once in a while there was a song that said, this is pretty good, it's missing something, and then in the end when we started looking at them, you're like, okay, this is it. It's actually because all the songs that we are picking out as being good, they are they're about the transition, the new place we actually live all of a sudden, and
all these
and
little experiences.
The new album is definitely, it's about, we actually, I think for the first time we have, we're in a spot where the songs did come easy for us because we knew exactly what to write about, and it's that we have experienced so many things in 2 years that there was unlimited resources of for what to write about and what styles we want to do, because we already knew how New Politics sounds. That we already had that kind of locked down somewhere in our minds.
We also learn a lot about each other.
Yeah. Right.
It's like also like once we released the second album, we never technically stopped writing. It was like I realized that like a lot. Like from the first album, once we had that first album, we just expected all these things because everyone was behind us, and it was so refreshing, and everyone was just going to back it up. And we went on the road for like a year and a half, and we never touched writing. We just like, we never like looked at a song. So when we started again, we were like new people in a different place. Like, so when we started writing, it was almost like we were writing like back in Denmark. Mm-hmm. Like every song was kind of block. So it took so long to refine it. So when we found that, we just always stay creative. When we were on the road all of this past 2 years, we've just, even though it's small snippets and small ideas or maybe something, you move forward with it, because letting go is also just as important as to move forward, So it's like those sort of things were like, I think we just did it right. We just kind of we basically hit rock bottom. Yeah. So that there was no formula to it. It was just music in the end. Just like an honest rawness,
That's just as important though too, is like hitting rock bottom as it is finding success, because then you really know what it's like to to not have anything.
So New Politics are here. With that, I'm going to lead into the song you said you wanted to sing and unveil for the first time ever.
So this is
international broadcast.
First time ever. So we forgive you in advance.
Yeah. The name of the song is Everywhere I Go.
Everywhere I Go.
Kings and Queens.
Yeah, parentheses, Kings and Queens.
Downtown hopping fences, I smash a window on a Lexus. Now 5 bows on my tail, but they moving like a snail. I got some stuff to sell, 'cause everybody wants to get by. I got it if you want it. This one's for everyone that said I'm nothing. This one's for my friends that don't give it up. So if you don't give it up, sing!
Everywhere I go,
I'm higher than United, fly with me, uh-huh.
everybody knows. Woo!
There's no sleep to Brooklyn, no sleep, uh-huh. We get high, we get by, yeah, we roll with it. We've been up, we've been down, we got over it.
Everywhere we go,
Hey, we're the kings and queens and we run this city. I got pride, yellow fences. You know this life, it can be hectic. Now, it might seem like a death wish, being so young and reckless. And now, everybody wants to get by. I got holes in my pockets, everybody wants to say hi. So you know, I got it if you want it. This one's for everyone that said I'm nothing. And this one's for my friends that don't give it up. So if you don't give it up, sing!
everywhere I go,
I'm higher than United, fly with me, uh-huh.
everybody knows. Woo!
There's no sleep to Brooklyn, no sleep, uh-huh. We get high, we get by, yeah, we roll with it. We've been up, we've been down, we got over it.
Everywhere we go,
Hey, we're the kings and queens and we run this city. This one's for the accidental lovers. And this one's for the ones who are not in love. To my ex, to my mom, to my dad and the teacher, my cops and the God, oh my God, all the preach, all the give and the take and the take and the give. Now we've given, enough is enough, so just sing.
everywhere I go,
I'm higher than United, fly with me, uh-huh.
everybody knows. Woo!
There's no sleep to Brooklyn, no sleep, uh-huh. We get high, we get by, yeah, we roll with it. We've been up, we've been down, we got over it.
Everywhere we go,
Hey, we're the kings and queens and we run this city. Hey, hey, oh, hey, hey. Yeah, we're the kings and queens and we run this city. Hey, oh, yeah, we're the kings and queens and we run this city.
Brand new from New Politics. They've been on Kimmel, they've been on Fallon, and now they're here on the Voice of America. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
for doing
you
this
so
for
much.
us.
Thanks for having us.
Any idea when the new album's coming out? Do you guys have a
I
target
think we are
time?
aiming for very early next year, like
Yeah.
very January, February.
Early spring,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And again, the website for the international crowd is
newpoliticsrock.com.
.com. We're on Twitter, New Politics, Instagram, New Politics Rock, wow.
Yeah.
and
Facebook and everything else.
and international touring in 2015 after the new album. Too, right?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Absolutely.
I know we're going to Japan.
I know
actually.
and we're going
Japan,
to
that's
Australia
great.
as well, and
Fantastic.
then we'll be back in Europe definitely. Hopefully South
Hopefully,
America. I'd
yeah.
really like that.
Yeah, that'd be
we
awesome.
played Russia last year in Mexico.
What was that like? Did you enjoy
Oh,
it?
that was
Amazing.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
so wild to like land on a plane and you have no idea what to expect, and then there's just like
Fans
fans out at the airport,
Yeah.
and you're like, whoa.
And the
It's like,
differences
you know
in the crowd.
the album isn't released, or how did they hear that? You know,
Right.
and they sing
They
it all the
find it.
songs.
Yeah.
They find it.
Totally.
If it's out there, they'll find it.
Yeah, I don't think. I think music fans love music no matter where.
The same.
Yeah.
I think so. When you're at the show and maybe you know what, music fans are the same all over the world. I really want to say that. And you know, when I bought my CDs and I would go to you know, to see shows, it was the same thing. You know, there's music. I was equally as crazy crowd surfing and mosh pitting and everything, just like everywhere else in America.
Well, after you play Japan, promise me you'll come back. We'll
Absolutely.
talk about it then.
Would love that.
I
Yes.
want
Love
to. I
that.
want to hear your thoughts about Japan when you play there.
definitely.
That would be
We'd
awesome.
love
It's a
to.
different
Thank
kind
you
of
so
crowd,
much.
and they're listening. They're listening to us right now. So, well, thank you
cool.
guys. I appreciate you
wait.
coming on the show.
Thank you, man.
Thanks
New
for having us.
Politics. What a pleasure having them on. I'm Larry London. This is Border Crossings.